I think Iran has very stark decisions which it needs to make. With America joining in on the war, with the United States taking out their nuclear facilities and presumably their ability to build nuclear weapons at this stage, they really need to see the costs versus the benefits of sustaining this war against Israel and presumably America now as well. There have been diplomatic efforts. America and Israel gauged that these diplomatic efforts were not serious enough. The Iranian foreign minister was yesterday, and I think day before as well, in Europe, where he was speaking to European nations and saying that, look, there cannot be diplomacy if we are facing the gun. If we are being bombed, we cannot be talking about diplomacy. We cannot be talking about a very progressive plan about how Iran can use its nuclear resources. That was not, a reason which was, or an explanation which was accepted by the United States at all. And this being the case, they've gone ahead and they've dropped these bombs at these nuclear facilities, and they have taken it out. Now, from a military standpoint, I should also mention that Israel, while they were striking various Iranian nuclear facilities, didn't have the ordnance easily available by way of this massive weapon which was used, the GBU-57 MOP, or Massive Ordnance Penetrator, which is a 30,000-pound bunker buster bomb. A single bomb is 30,000 pounds. It's designed to penetrate deep underground and to destroy everything underground. And again, as you know, I was briefly discussing with John, what we now certainly need to be, careful in reporting once there is information is whether there is any radiation which is emanating from any of these sites. The International Atomic Energy Agency would certainly be looking at that as well. Whatever strikes did take place earlier on, there was no nuclear radiation, but that's certainly going to be a concern now, number one. And number two, does this mean for Iran that they're going to strike at American bases which are located all over the Middle East, whether it's in Qatar, whether it's in Iraq, whether it's in Saudi Arabia or elsewhere? If that is to take place, then it's a larger war, which in a sense was the worst case scenario that many people spoke about. But at this juncture, whether this is heading towards an attempted regime change in Iran or not is something we just don't know.
Right, Vishnu, stay on with us. I'm also being joined by my colleague Ghazali. Ghazali, it seems now Iran has confirmed that Fordow has been hit on social media. We're seeing that the spokesperson has said after Qom's air defense were activated, hostile targets were identified, and Fordow's nuclear site was partially attacked by the enemy. Take us to the latest details coming in from the ground.
See, as of now, this is a just first acknowledgement from the regime that they have been hit. And as we know, that Iran doesn't react in a hush. Even when Israel had attacked them for the first time, it took as many hours for Iran to start their aerial attacks towards Israel. Even in this war now, since US has attacked the nuclear facilities at 3 locations in Iran, Iran will certainly recalibrate its approach and then see whether to directly hit the US bases, though the spokesperson and other people affiliated to the regime have started saying that every US citizen or every US bases in the region is a legitimate target now. But it will certainly take some time before Iran starts reacting. Now, the warfare between Iran and Israel or US is quite different. Iran has got this entire capacity to drag this war for very long. They have got proxy players across the Middle East. They will not start attacking directly towards US air bases as it is being predicted now. But what they will do now, they'll also look for the responses from their allies as well, because across the Middle East there are US air bases and more than 45,000 personnel is spread over. Iran will not certainly start reacting or sort of launching attacks towards them. They will wait to see the reaction from Russia as well. They will also see how the other Arab nations are reacting, because most of the Arab nations yesterday in the OIC League Summit or Arab Countries League Summit, which has been happening in Turkey, they all said that they are giving oral support support to Iran. But Iran has now realized two things. One, that it was also a war of deception, because Mr. Donald Trump said that he is giving 2 weeks, but the attack happened last night. And even before that, when the negotiations with US was going on nuclear enrichment program, Israel attacked in between when the talks were scheduled. So on 2 occasions, US has literally deceived Iran. Iran will be very cautious before taking any further step or to retaliate in this round of war.